Greetings, Dave.
Greetings, Ian.
How are you?
You know, I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I think I'm doing okay. Yeah, how about you? How are you doing, buddy?
Good. I don't think I'm less angry than the last time we talked, but I've learned to live with just a new baseline of anger, I think.
Yes. And I think that kind of maybe more free-form floating anger is a little bit more consolidated into certain directions and kind of a little bit more honed. Some of the cloudiness has been removed from the borders, and it's now a little bit more clear for me.
Right. Yeah. And there's definitely more concrete actions that I feel like I can take.
Yeah.
And I've been doing those.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So that's been good. But obviously, the topic of last week is still very much on my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any additional thoughts about everything we talked about last week? Did you reflect on anything we talked about and like have anything you want to spin or not spin, but like, modify?
Yeah. Yeah. So for anybody who didn't listen to the show last week, Ian and I, we felt like it was only appropriate to do a show to express our support for the Black Lives Matter movement and everything that's going on right now. And just to provide insight into like where we were at and to show people that we are very concerned and our hearts are going out to everybody and we're trying to figure out what to do. Right. And just our perspective on, our life experiences and what's going on. So since then, I have thought a lot about what is happening. I have been consistently driving by the Denver Capitol building where, usually a group of protesters is. I Amazon primed a bunch of masks and I've been waiting for an opportunity to go hand them out in mass. When like there's a good group, a solid group of protesters where I can see like some people aren't wearing masks and like that's my plan to go hand them out because obviously we're still in the middle of a pandemic. I'm still super concerned about our healthcare systems, but I'm also, far more concerned about police killing innocent Black people. And so I'm trying to show support and help in any way I can. So that's kind of where I've been at, Yeah.
Yeah.
And in addition to taking some kind of like some email actions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about
some civic engagement?
Yeah.
Your elected so-called representatives.
Yeah. The Denver City Council specifically for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you? Yeah.
So we went to the Denver Public Schools, had a student-led march.
Right.
Last weekend.
Yeah, I saw pictures from that. That looked fantastic.
Yeah, and actually, so if anyone listening has kids, Sesame Street did a town hall with CNN that was actually really great. And so our oldest watched that and had lots of great questions. And he had been listening to the news for the last few weeks, and was obviously had lots of questions. And so that kind of helped frame it for him. And then he was like, oh, I need to do something.
Okay.
So he made a sign.
Uh-huh.
And I helped him attach it to his bike and we made a little bike loop. So we rode our bikes downtown to where the protest was starting and we walked with them for a mile and a half and then biked home.
Okay.
And he was like, at first he was pretty nervous and was asking about if cops were going to hurt us and
sure,
all sorts of heartbreaking questions. And then by the end of it, he's such a little activist. He was trying to lead chants and stuff. So it was great. I'm so happy that we went. And yeah, like you said, so we all wore masks and everything because we're obviously still in the middle of a pandemic. But the way I'm thinking about it is we're only leaving the house for essential business.
Yeah.
And this is essential business. So
Right.
that's where we're doing that. And then I've been writing my state and national reps and senators.
Right.
So
okay.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Okay. How are you feeling? I mean, besides angry.
Yeah, I mean, still just angry. Like, I'm most angry because I was already just baseline angry about the state of police and black people. Like, I think I don't think anybody who's been paying attention was surprised that someone died.
Right.
I think what made me the most angry this last week and a half and what was surprising was the backlash of those in power against people just pointing out the problem.
Right.
I didn't think that people would be thrilled to hear it.
Right.
And
historically they haven't been.
Right. And I don't, in my lifetime, I've never seen anything, especially in the US, like this,
right.
Where there's been a national protest movement that was met with such, violence and like disdain from people in power. And I just that part has been really hard for me to wrap my head around and deal with. Right.
I mean, it makes me think back to what I've read and learned about, the civil rights movement when people would Martin Luther King was, just assaulted for walking. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But also, at that point, if you can't, it's perversely making a really good argument for violent protest and rioting and looting and all that. Because if you're not able to even be heard with millions of people out on the streets during a pandemic,
being peaceful, then
because this whole thing is about accountability, right? It's about accountability at the individual cop level. It's about accountability at the city level for the actions of their police department. And it's about the accountability of the whole rest of the nation in processing the complaints about those other two, right?
Right.
And especially at that third level, we have failed totally this week in particular.
Right.
And so if all of those avenues are exhausted to someone, then what else is there?
Right? Exactly.
Other than violence. That's the whole point of that's supposed to be the point of the cops, right?
Right.
The rule of law in particular, but whatever. We're past that now, I guess. It's over. It's the purge now.
And guess what? We're going to tie all this back into cars somehow.
I am happy to report. But before I do have a segue for us.
Okay.
I'm so excited about this segue. But before we do, what other things should people do to channel their blind rage if they're at all like me?
Yes. So you should absolutely reach out to your representatives, email and call them, right? If you do not know who your representative is, Google it and you can find, depending on your zip code, who that is. You need to make sure that you are registered to vote. I would highly suggest, if you have the option, to request an absentee or a mail-in ballot ASAP. A lot of times there are delays involved in getting those and deadlines that you need to meet. More than likely, if you are listening to this and you're considering it, you're running up against the clock to request it, right?
Especially for primary and local elections this summer.
Absolutely. So if you can, please vote absentee. Keep yourself physically distant as much as possible during all of this. And then personally, from what you talked about last week, Ian, how you were talking about the structure of police budgets versus social services, defunding police and increasing social service budgets, right? That's something I've been reading more about. And so I wrote an email to the Denver City Council today about defunding the police department. Now, and I do just kind of want to get in front of like people think like defunding the police sounds like crazy, right? It sounds, a lot of people hear that as abolish the police, right? But in my opinion, what it's doing is right sizing and better honing what the police do, right? I feel that police are necessary because there's always fucking monsters out there, right? But when it comes to handling the homeless community, handling addiction, handling, social services issues, like the police have had those issues thrust upon them and they don't best reside with the police, right? We need to
put it in car terms.
Yeah.
If you bought an AMG G-Wagon.
Right.
And then for whatever reason, you were moved to like downtown London.
Right.
You would say, I need to defund my car.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get rid of your car altogether.
Right.
But you're going to buy a smart car or a scooter.
Right.
Or you're going to buy a transit pass. Right. You're not going to have no transportation. I'm going to defund transportation.
Right. Right. Yeah. You don't want your six wheel AMG G-Wagon. Right. Yeah.
You got to right size it for your requirements.
Also, I feel like the police are put in a position where, since they have to do all of these ancillary things, that they are the Dodge Journey of organizations now, right? Where they try to do everything and it is often done poorly, right?
Right. A Dodge Journey, but like, no, they're the Lamborghini Urus, right? Because they're essentially a Dodge Journey that's been way overfunded.
True. Right. Exactly. And what we need is a Volkswagen All-Track. Right. So if you want to find out what to do to reach the city council members of your area, you can go to this website. It is, let me pull up the web browser here and let me lock the OBS display so I don't screw it up. Okay, this is defund12.org. They have cities in all over the country here listed. Here's Denver, and when you open this, it will open a form letter to your city council with all of the correct recipients. What I would suggest you do is you just kind of use that form letter as a jumping off point and make it a personal story about yourself, because that's what people need to see. They need to see personal stories and not just, copy paste stuff. So if you are inclined, we would absolutely suggest you doing that. defund12.org.
Yeah.
So, there was a line in the email that I sent to this Denver City Council today that basically said, accountability is the only thing that can restore people's faith in these services, right? Remember that everyone is basically walking around with an internet connected video camera at this point. It's up to you, the city council, to choose as to whether or not you are in front of, you enforce that accountability, or if you allow people to be harmed by the absence of that accountability.
Yeah. And I think the accountability is the other important piece. I think as far as I can tell, there's like a few things that have to happen in parallel for all this to work, right?
Right.
There's the accountability piece, which Colorado thankfully is doing a pretty good job with the bill that's going through the legislature now.
You're getting very quiet when you're talking.
Sorry. So there's the accountability piece, and then there's, which, basically like sets the, like, if we don't build an accountability now, then what comes later, right, whatever form that takes, then those mechanisms are in place to enforce whatever comes later anyway, right? So accountability has to be one kind of pole, and then there has to be fixing the funding issue,
right?
Which is what we were talking about. And then after we do all of that, then we can kind of talk about like righting historical wrongs and
right,
having conversations about reparations and all that sort of stuff.
Right. Taking down monuments, renaming Air Force bases.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it's going to be, like I talked about last week, like the blanket, right? Like It's going to be, we got to go from the most recent bullshit down to historical bullshit is the only way we're going to be able to like completely unfuck ourselves.
Right. Right. So, okay.
But as promised, I have a segue.
Okay.
To segue us from this conversation to whatever it is we normally do. All right. So longtime listeners will recall that I once saw a series of bumper stickers that was just so jarring, like all together.
Right.
That I didn't quite like. It was just such like a journey that you go on, right? And it was this one.
Okay. All right. Hang on one second. Let me kick over OBS to the right view. Okay. Go ahead, buddy.
Where if you start over on the right-hand side of the picture and then move over to the left, you get a pretty strong idea of who this person is by the time you get to like the third tail light.
Please describe the stickers for the podcast only listeners.
For the podcast only listeners, there's a Florida sticker that says Swamp Grown, an American flag sticker.
This is the back of a Toyota truck, right?
I'm not sure what kind of truck it is. It is a pick 'em up truck.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Right. Okay.
Might have been a Chevy.
Okay.
That taillight might be Chevy. And then there's there's a Chevy Tasmanian Devil on there too.
Okay.
Chevy Tasmanian Devil.
Stop clicking like that.
A camouflaged Florida Gator sticker.
Right.
And a number 3 with a halo and angel wings.
Yep. The Dale Earnhardt. Yep.
And then
the Taz. Yeah.
There is a Blur sticker. Certainly this person has only ever listened to song number 2 by Blur, but like
woohoo!
But even then, it's a very weird sticker next to all of these things.
Right. Yes.
And I want to say that whatever journey they took to get to Blur.
Right.
I'm in favor of it because they were of that era Britpop band that they are probably my favorite of that kind of group.
Right. Okay.
So I'm happy with that. Similarly, I'm gonna share a different screen.
Okay.
A different one now. And this person also took quite a journey to get to where we are now.
Okay.
The conversation that we've been having. And I don't agree with any of the stops along the way.
Okay.
But I'm happy they're here now.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is a Toyota Tacoma pre-runner truck. I like that they put the pre-runner on it. Okay. So it has a McCain bumper sticker on it, a couple of them, a Romney bumper sticker. Then we have a Go Vote vanity license plate. Okay. From Mississippi. Now, here's where it gets interesting. McCain, Romney. Gary Johnson for 2016. So like a libertarian shift. Okay. All right. Now, here's where it gets crazy. Mike Bloomberg 2020 campaign sticker. I'm not making this up. Ian, did you put these stickers on this person's car? Then in the middle of the tailgate, a cardboard taped Black Lives Matter sign.
It's beautiful. So full disclosure, I did not take this picture. I saw this on Twitter.
Okay.
And my response was, this is like when Renaissance painters used to reuse their canvases But like if you scratched the Mona Lisa, there was just dogs playing poker underneath.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's really good, Ian.
Thanks.
That's really wow.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, this person has taken us on a journey. The Go Vote license plate from Mississippi. That's interesting because I don't know about you, Ian, but I don't hear a lot of like get out the vote stuff from the right wing, right?
Right.
They don't seem to be about voter mobilization as much as the left.
Yeah, I have so many questions.
Right.
One of them, one of them is you couldn't spring for a real Black Lives Matter bumper sticker. But okay.
Maybe it's in the mail. I mean, okay.
They clearly have a pretty large bumper sticker budget. So.
Right.
But then the other question is, when did that license plate happen?
Right. At which point along this McCain, Romney, Gary Johnson, Bloomberg, Black Lives Matter journey did this show up?
Right. And like, was there an ownership change represented in here? Is this one person's journey?
Or it could be like one of those situations where you see like the preferences of the driver on one side, the preferences of their significant other on the other side, but they both agree that Black Lives Matter.
Voting is Black Lives Matter.
Oh, that was an Ian move that I just pulled.
It was.
I feel like that was an Ian level of decoding that like,
I like it.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing to my mind, Ian? Because it shouldn't work that way. Yeah.
But I mean, the real point of this whole thing is that the expiration on the license plate is 420. That's really where it all ties together.
Wow. Yeah. This is really good. Thank you for sharing that, Ian.
You're welcome.
Really like that.
I thought you might like that.
Yeah.
So business as unusual as ever. I don't know.
Right. I do like that statement. Like, we don't know how you got here, but we're glad you're here. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in.
Yeah.
Water's fine.
Yep. Yeah. All transgressions of the past have been forgiven.
Yeah, well,
Fucking Gary Johnson, man. Come on. Just that shift from him to Bloomberg is really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. From libertarian to I'm gonna ban large sodas.
Yeah.
That is whiplash.
Right. Yeah, that is spinning one way and then just massive fishtail the other.
I mean, really, the only thing they have in common is that they both would have been fucking terrible presidents.
What you just witnessed is political snap oversteer. Yeah.
Exactly what it is. I like that.
All right. Okay. So today's show, is going to be, a little bit of our normal tomfoolery, but obviously, still we want to hear from you folks as well. Let us know where your head's at and how you're doing. So yeah, I've been thinking about, folks that have listened to the show, and I'm really thankful for that tweet that Donnie sent, and your dad's voicemail and stuff. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And, this is especially a difficult kind of conversation to have. So, we're together with our car friends. So
right.
Let's chat. Let's talk.
Right. And you know what? I do want to mention something else, Ian. I do want to mention that, like, from the outset, we've always said that, like, politics and like these societal, things can never be removed from car culture, right? Mm-hmm. The stuff that you have tweeted out recently of, like, example 5,682 of why politics cannot be removed from car culture was fantastic, because you were retweeting, correct me if I get this wrong, you were retweeting somebody that had posted an article about how the highway system negatively impacted poor and low income neighborhoods, people of color more than other neighborhoods, and how how different highways and how they were differently funded, designed, and laid out either positively impacted the community and were well received, or negatively impacted the communities and were poorly received. Right?
Yeah, it was a couple of things. So the history of the highway system, just like everything else in America, where you go, I wonder why that is the way it is.
Right.
That's racism. Especially
I'm sorry, what was that?
Like whenever you go, like, why is that the way it is? It's racism.
Racism. Okay, gotcha.
So, especially around cities, they were used to kind of hem in those redlined areas that
right.
we've talked about before, where like, you couldn't get a federally guaranteed loan, but those were the only areas that Black people could buy houses.
Right.
And so they were used to kind of, that is how, it's not a mistake that like the ghetto was created in like kind of the 50s and 60s at the same time the highway system was being built. That was what city planners and city governments used to kind of divide their cities up in.
Right.
Like the way that interstates go through the core of many cities is kind of insane, right? Like if you think about it, no one would do that today. You would have, your big highways around the city and then have no interstate going through it.
Right.
So that's part of it. And then the other part of it was talking about so there was predating the interstate, there were these like the routes or what were they called? They were called routes, but like there was a Lincoln.
Right. A northern Lincoln one that went east-west. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so then the Daughters of the Confederacy, which is just a great organization, they developed a competing one called the Jefferson Davis Highway. Right. And parts of it are still can still be found in the South.
Right. You can see markers and signs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was explicitly a like pro-Confederacy lost cause propaganda tool.
Right.
That was its express purpose.
Right.
For existing. So yeah.
Yeah. So politics,
our culture cannot be divorced from politics in any way.
Right. Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you that I appreciate like how you consistently drive that point home. Yeah.
Right. Thanks. It's easy when I'm right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what else? So what else you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I took a picture of something else. So this is nothing to do with the politics of the day. It does touch on politics, but it's a good it's just a funny thing.
Do you want me to pop it in the thing here, or
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
A Chrome tab, and I'm going to share it. Look at this. Okay, so I am pulling up I have a picture that I took at a red light of a Hyundai Tucson.
Okay, a white Hyundai Tucson.
Nothing really that spectacular.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that interesting. Okay.
It's from Nebraska.
Okay, the plate looks a little interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It sure does.
So the plate says 84-515R. And it's listed as a farm truck, not for hire. Okay. Okay.
The farm truck, for some reason, I thought the farm truck was very funny because I just had a picture of someone with like a big thing of straw hanging out their mouth and like trying to pull a plow with a Hyundai Tucson.
With a Hyundai Tucson. I like that. That's very nice. Nice.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Send tweet. That's the whole tweet. Okay. Nice.
That's all I got.
Okay. I have some My Eyes stuff too, Ian.
Well, good. I want to see them.
Okay. All right. Let me pull them up. Where's my cursor? Oh man, I lost it. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see here. I saw this today and I'm not sure what to think about it, but here it is. Okay. Let me know when you see it. So it is a Ford Fusion. I need to present to you, Ian.
You got to share to the people and to me.
Yeah, that's right. Because when you share, it takes away my sharing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, there we
go.
All
right, there you go. Let me pin you so we have a nice Ian view. Okay. All right. So this is a Ford Fusion, right?
Yes.
Now, Ian is giving it a quizzical look. Ian, why are you giving it a quizzical look? Because it appears to be a
semi-marked police car. However, it does not have government plates, which is what is puzzling to me.
Right. So it says Denver Metro on the back, and then Protective Services in very subtle lettering along the bottom bumper.
Oh yeah.
So it's a security firm, right? So these are rent-a-cops, right? But it's in a police looking car. And in fact, this is a version of the Ford Fusion that is for police force. This little badge down here says police responder. Okay.
But it also says hybrid. Did they make a hybrid version of that?
They do. And that's part of the police responder package. It kicks in a sport mode when the vehicle can tell it's in a pursuit.
Interesting.
Because guess who saw this and did a bunch of rage Googling about it?
I bet you did.
Right. So that is its whole fucking thing, right? So it's a security guard. It looks like a fucking police car. You are basically impersonating a police officer on the road. I'm not cool with that, right? But it did take me to this. As I was questioning this, what do you start doing, Ian? Like if you were to look at this picture, what would be the first thing you would Google, right?
Yeah, I would maybe cop car license plates or something. I don't know.
Okay, I honed in on the police responder tag, the emblem, right? And because police interceptor is a thing that we know, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. But the police responder I had never seen before. Turns out that is a real thing, but I did find this on eBay. Brand new police responder emblem for Ford F-150 2018 Fusion 2018. Now, Ian, sure, you can buy this and stick it on your car. Okay.
But what you should do is buy it and stick it on someone else's car.
There you go. But the thing in the description that sold me on this was this one line right here. Ian, read it.
You can upgrade to your Ford vehicle.
Yep. So should you feel like upgrading to your Ford vehicle, you can put this badge on.
I love it.
Now would not be the time. I bet these folks are seeing their sales drop off and they're wondering why. Maybe it's because nobody wants a fucking brick through their windshield.
I also appreciate that you can email with your VIN and they can find out if it's the right part for your vehicle for a sticker.
Oh boy. Yeah. Right. You know what? We should offer that for like Jaguar emblems or like BMW Snap-on grills on eBay and email us your VIN and then we just fucking flame the shit out of
Social Security number.
Yes. Yeah. We publicly shame anybody that sends us a Kia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Ian. So there you go. So that was one thing that I saw today. That was a whole thing. Okay. I'm going to close these tabs because that's a spoiler alert for later in the show. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So what else we got? We got some other My Eyes, Ian.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. That is going to be in this folder over here. Okay. So there, Ian, here's a good lighthearted one. Okay. So this one is a pickup truck on a tow truck. Ian, I don't know if you can make out the vanity plate. It's a little shaky, but what does the vanity plate say?
It says giddy up, which I just like. it only works in this scenario.
Right, that's exactly it. It only works and it's funny when the vehicle is getting fucking towed.
But what if there's usually a smaller vehicle in the bed of the pickup?
Right.
That would also work.
Right. So maybe we're witnessing one of the two polarities for this vanity plate to actually work. Yeah, so it's a GMC Sierra with a giddy up vanity plate, GITIE up. Yeah.
And I mean, it's like my kids when they jump on my back and tell me that I'm a horse now and to feed them.
Taking an odd turn here. All right. Or if I was Ian, here's what I would say about the vanity plate. Okay. All right. I want to almost do this like newlywed game. Like if I guess the giddy up, what you
I have one queued up.
Okay.
For like what I would say.
Okay. Take your headphones off because I'm going to whisper what it is.
Okay. All right.
Okay, listeners, Ian can't hear us. I think he's going to say that it is a GI, like somebody in the military, tie up like they're a BSDM enthusiast. Okay, I'm waving to Ian so he puts his headphones back on. Okay,
I don't hear any other. So here's my alternate explanation for this, is that this person owns a website for veterans of the military who are into BDSM.
That's exactly what I said.
And it's GI tie-up.
That is exactly what I said. You can listen to the show and hear me whisper that.
Yes.
We need to do this more. I like that. That's a fun gag.
That is fun.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Nice. Oh, okay.
We are very easily amused.
Yeah, we are. Right? Giddy up, man.
GI tie-up.
Yep. My boo and I were sitting at the stoplight. We saw this and we were like, well, it looks like it did not giddy up today. Like, it distinctly did not. Yeah.
I also like that the tow truck has a temporary plate.
It does.
Yeah.
Maybe they bought this tow truck to tow their truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting idea.
Or they spent all their money on your message board for GIs into BSDM. Okay. Let's see. I got some other stuff. So remember when we were talking about Datsuns, right? Mm-hmm. The 240 and 260, 280. Our buddy Jesse had a 280. And she sent us, she said, let me see here. I have it in the Twitter DMs. She said, she had a 1982 280ZX Turbo at the end of high school. It's been parked since 2001 and has only 76,000 miles. And she said, hello, turbo lag. And she said that was the car that she learned about you pull and pays or you pull it yards. And sent this picture, which is just like, it's perfect. This picture's perfect. It's a 280 in the you pull it yard, hood up. Remember, they hinge at the front. How cool is that? Right? It probably pulling off like a rear wheel hub or brake caliper. Drive shaft. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah. And like you can just smell this picture, right? Like if you've been in these yards, you can just smell like the coolant and the oil and the grease and like the decaying interiors.
You can hear the mosquitoes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, and I also feel like a bit of panic.
Okay.
Seeing this picture.
All right.
Because it's very clearly nearing dusk.
Yes.
And like, there's nothing worse than being at the U-Pull-It yard, like close to when it closes and you're nowhere near getting the part off of the car that you need.
Right. But you've done enough work that like, if you come back tomorrow, somebody else is already they're going to be like, oh man, somebody already pulled this all the way.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever closed down a junkyard before.
Yeah.
It is not as much fun as closing down a club.
No, Ian, like business hours at the you pull and pay yards, like they close at 5 around here, you know? So like, you know, you can just barely get there after work sometimes, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that gives me a little anxiety.
Okay. I didn't mean to trigger you. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. I didn't, that's a memory I didn't really even remember I had.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right. Let's see here. Our buddy Michael sent us this tiny little car that he saw out and about. I want your thoughts on this, Ian. I don't even know what this is. Here's a
I have
picture.
no idea what it is, but my only thought about it is that I love that the Thule rack for this is just a couple of milk crates ratchet strapped to the top of it.
Yeah, it's like 4 milk crates strapped to the top, which is as wide as the car is, right? So so this is maybe a single occupancy car, right? Yeah, so it's a tiny
sort of weird electric city car thing.
Yeah, tiny little red thing that looks very unsafe.
It very much does.
Yeah, you should not be allowed to go more than 25 miles an hour or on a street that for 25 miles an hour, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of those like glorified go-kart thingies.
Absolutely. Golf cart. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, the milk crate roof rack, fantastic. And the whistling song that must play you when you get to 25, like you don't need a governor on the car. You just need milk crates that will like whistle at the wind speed in which you should stop.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Once you hear a B minor, cut the gas.
Right.
Yeah.
So I realized that there's something that happened recently on the Bring a Trailer that we did not talk about.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just you and I.
Yeah. Did you just realize this just now?
Just now. I just remembered.
Okay.
And it was you talking about Jesse's old 280Z.
Uh-huh.
That made me remember the thing on the trailer.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the link for it in the chat for the meeting.
Okay. All right.
I want you to tell me when you read the link. Don't go to the page yet.
Okay.
Tell me what you're seeing.
Okay, so I see a URL that's the Bring a Trailer listing, blah blah blah. 2000 Honda Civic -27.
Yes, it is. It had 5,600 miles on it.
5,600 miles.
2000 Honda Civic SI.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know what these are. Yeah.
It's a 2-door.
Yep.
Just the SI model. It's not like an R or anything like that. It is in very good shape. As you can imagine, 600 miles on it. Give me your ballpark estimate for what that vehicle.
Oh man, $35,000.
That would be insane, stupid money, right? Like,
yes.
Go click that link.
Okay. Here we go. It's loading up. They're good looking cars. Jesus, 50 grand. $50,000 for a 2-door 2000 Honda Civic SI with 5,600 miles on it. That is cuckoo bananas crazy pants. How is that possible?
How much money is in the trunk?
Exactly. Is $45,000 in the trunk? Ian.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane.
It retailed for 18 grand. That's how much it was new.
Yeah.
Although if a 20-year return for, 32 grand is your investment strategy, you need to find something else to invest in, right? Like real estate's going to get you way more than that.
Right.
But still, what are you typing right now?
I'm trying to see what $18,000 in 2000 is in 2020 money.
Okay. If you're doing that, you need to tell me.
All right.
Because it just looks like you're doing work emails. From my perspective. Help me. Yeah. Okay.
No. Let's see.
Give me some other cars that went for 18 grand.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing. Okay.
No, I want to see like literally. So $18,000 in 2000.
Oh, gotcha.
Is the equivalent of $26,800 today.
Ah, gotcha. With inflation. Okay. Okay.
So doubled in price 20 years.
Right.
And like they made 1 million of these things.
Right.
Like maybe literally.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's.
Is there a signed number plate with like Captain Honda? Like,
again, is there like $30,000 in the trunk?
Yeah. Does it come with every other Civic?
It's that FMK cars that we played, the Highlander, where you get the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Even then. Be worth $50,000.
No. Look, it's a great car. I'd say that's like a benchmark front wheel drive car, but I mean, like a 2000 Integra is so much better, right?
Again, a Prelude.
Yeah.
That's that last generation Prelude.
Right.
And I mean, I've driven that car. That was a great car.
Yeah.
Not worth anything near that.
No.
Like an Integra Type R.
Oh, here's one that went on Bring a Trailer. An Integra Type R.
Right.
Yeah. Right. That one went for, wait for it, 25 grand.
Oh my God.
With how many miles? What's that?
It's 123,000 miles on it, but I would any day of the week, same money, have 120,000 mile Integra Type R than I would a Civic Si.
Yes. Yes. You are completely
correct.
correct.
I mean, it's like seam welded and has bespoke hardware in it.
Right. Right.
That's an actual special car.
Right. Right.
The other one is a Honda Civic.
Right. Right. Yes. Yeah. I don't know, Ian. That's insane.
Right.
That is cuckoo crazy pants.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we agree on that.
Yeah. No, the fucking world is crazy, Ian. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I need your take on this Jeep Gladiator I saw, Ian.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Do you want to visually describe it when I pull it up, or you want me to?
I'll take a swing.
Okay. Okay. All right. Tell the people what you see here.
Okay, so it's a white Jeep Gladiator with a contrasting black top.
Yep.
Which I'm not sure about.
Yeah, I don't hate, but I'm not sure I'm a fan.
I think I like it less seeing it here,
right,
than the idea of it if you had told me that you were going to show me a picture of it. I think I would have been like, oh, that probably looks really cool. And then, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
And then it's got some sort of star with RK on the back.
Right, right. We'll look that up in a second.
Okay. And then on the wheels actually look, I'm not going to lie, pretty boss.
They do. Yeah. Yeah.
They're like gold insets and they look like kind of like 3-piece wheels.
Yeah.
Sort of, with like a silver or chrome bezel on it. And on the hood, it says Foreplay.
FOURPLAY.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh boy.
So we're going to look up RK Foreplay.
Is this like a thing?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So it says Foreplay. right?
Yeah.
And this is, it's like Rock Crew or Rock something. I'm Googling Gladiator foreplay. What could come up?
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't Google
Yeah.
Gladiator foreplay.
Yeah. It looks like there's a t-shirt you can get that says I like foreplay. Yeah, so it's some kind of kit. Foreplay wheels. Yeah. I think they make Jeep wheels. But yeah. Oh yeah, the RK is not the foreplay thing, but yeah.
You know, I am happy that we're talking about the Jeep Gladiator because I've noticed something about this car, and I'm happy that we're talking about it.
Okay, all right.
Because it occupies a weird place in my head.
Okay.
And that is, this car, more than any other, when I see it, I'm like, I think back to driving it and like how much better it was than I thought it was going to be, and like,
right.
that I'm happy it exists and all that. But invariably, every single time I see one, there's something about the way that it's been modified or the way it's being driven or just something that's radiating off of it that says, I will never be friends with the person driving the vehicle.
Right.
Like, I don't have to investigate. I don't need to go out of my way to know. I just know.
Right. There's like a negative pole magnetic reaction, right? Yeah. You get close to it and like it moves away, or it gets close to you, you move away. Right.
And I don't know why.
Yeah.
But like every single one I've seen.
Right. Right.
In the wild has been that way. And I really enjoyed our time with it when we got
Me
to drive
too.
around, kind of tear it apart and look at it. Like it's a legit cool car that they did a good job with.
Right.
But man, I am not interested in talking to a single person who owns a Jeep Gladiator. I don't know why.
Right. Right. Yeah. I completely get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So foreplay, Ian. Yep.
I mean, it seems like they issued one to like every frequent poster of the comments section of thechive.com.
Right. Right. Yes.
If I can express my thoughts in obscure internet terms.
Right. Right. Yeah. Which internet culture is this car? Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, buddy. And then we have some listener stuff. We talked about that one from Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, but our buddy Johnny sent us something. So let me pull that up. Trust me, you're not going to be disappointed with it. So, he's been working on a race car and sending us Twitter DMs of it, right?
A circle track car, right?
Yeah.
It's a front wheel drive class circle track.
Right. Here is the rear of it. The race car is all finished. It's looking good. It looks like the exhaust comes out of the taillights. Is that even possible?
No. I think it's up front.
Is it? Oh, fantastic. Okay.
I remember.
And this pretend vanity plate that they put on it says is INFRFT. Ian, what do you think that means? It's an acronym.
Okay. I'm gonna say let's do it in reverse.
Okay.
Take off your headphones.
I already know what it is. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna give you I know what it is too.
Okay.
But I want to give you the nonsense version.
The nonsense version. Okay.
So give us the real one. Give us the real one. Then take off your headphones and I'll give us the fake one.
Okay. So the real one is I'll never financially recover from this. Right?
Is that really what it means?
Yeah. Okay. All right. You tell people what you think it is.
Okay. Okay. So now that we're alone, guys, I have lots to say about Dave. But this license plate, this person is kind of sure that their significant other has a kink, but they're not sure what it is. But what they're going to do is infer feet. INFRFT.
Whatever is happening is taking a long time.
All right, Dave. Dave's got it.
All I could see was your mouth moving a lot. And I was like, whoa, we are going deep on this.
I'm pretty proud of this one. All right, go ahead. Give me what you think the fake one is.
See, this is why you're better at it than I am. I can only get an Ian one every now and then, right? I think this one's like in front by a foot.
Oh, you're close. You're close.
Am I really? Okay.
You've got the last part pretty much right. So what I said is that this person has a significant other, and they suspect that the significant other has some sort of kink that they're not aware of. And so they're just going to infer feet.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. You remember that like we have an episode title of our podcast from way back in the day that has the word feet in the title, and that one had way more fucking downloads than so many other episodes.
Yeah. It's funny. The funniest thing about that is just how I like to picture, like the ironic thing about it is like all those people downloaded it thinking that they were going to get off hearing about feet. And really it's me getting off thinking about all those people being disappointed.
Right. Boy, you turned it around on them, buddy.
I sure did.
You sure did. Oh man. Oh, Ian. Oh, here's a better pic of the car in profile. It looks pretty good, man. This thing looks like it really hauls. Yeah. It's all decked out. Yeah. So Johnny's attentionfordetail.com. Yeah. Hit up Mr. Detail R on Twitter and mdmracepics.com for all your race picks. Yeah.
Race picks.
Race picks.
Let's what do you say we do one more thing and then wrap up?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. There's something on here that I'm very intrigued about. And,
sure.
On our list of things.
Uh-huh.
And it is a live car stanza investigation. Do you think we have time for that?
We absolutely do. Yes. So if you've made it this long, I want to treat you to a live car stanza investigation. So this is something I saw today that Ian has never seen. So I want to know if I am being car stanza'd. All right? Okay. So go ahead and just open up a new tab and share that tab, because let's see. Oh, no. First, let's see here. Do you want to, will you be able to pull up the Ian Don't Look folder and pop it in that tab? Okay.
Yes, okay. I will.
Okay. So I have your sharing screen ready to go in OBS here.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here.
So I saw today, this is one of those ones while you're setting that up. This is one of those ones where I saw today, I passed it and I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I went around the block to park behind it to take a picture of it just for this. Okay.
I'm just going to say, wow.
Okay.
Wow. You got a good one here.
Okay. So the basic question is, am I being car stanza'd or not? Right. So this is a silver Mercedes-Benz ML 430, right?
Probably.
In theory, right? But they are overcompensating for something, because they have a 4-wheel drive emblem on there, a 4x4 emblem on there, and then a big ass V8 emblem all of which it looks like they got at Pep Boys or pried off of other cars at the junkyard. And
none of which are Mercedes badges either.
Right. So, Ian, do you think this is a real 430 or not? And tell me what you're going to do to try to figure that out.
Yeah, it's interesting because initially I just think like this person put a whole bunch of silly stickers on their Mercedes. But then I thought like, wait a second. Is that Mercedes badge looks a little off.
Okay.
And what if this is like the greatest like smoke bomb thing ever? Like, what if it's not a real Mercedes, but to distract from that fact, they put a bunch of non-Mercedes stuff on it that's more clearly not Mercedes stuff than all the other things.
Okay.
And I'm insane now.
I did see the front and I would like to pull you back from the abyss. You are not insane. To me, it looked like a true Mercedes chassis.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Even though we just see the tailgate in this.
Okay. So then I'm looking at the exhaust tips are clearly not stock.
Correct.
Those are not correct.
Yeah, it has like dual exhaust tips. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't even know honestly where to start. Like I know the 4-wheel drive badge, the V8 badge, and the 4x4 badge are not correct. But I'm going to say that this is like a 2004.
Okay.
430?
And what I want you to tell me is the percentage odds that I'm getting car standsed, right? Like maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Like give me a percentage chance that this is truly a 430 or not, right?
Well, so here's the thing. There's a couple of questions that I need to ask you then.
Yeah.
So what would qualify as being car standsed here, right? Like if it's not a 430.
It could be an ML 320.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because there were both during this era, right?
And the 430 is a V8.
It is a V8. That is correct. And that was the V8 version of the ML Mercedes offerings.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. So during this time they had the 350 or the 320 and the 430. 320 was the V6, 430 was the V8.
Right.
Okay. Good call on the year.
Yeah. This looks to be about right.
Yep. So this is 98 to 05 Mercedes-Benz MLs, right?
Yeah.
M class as they're known.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so, yeah, those taillights look right. So it looks like this is a genuine Mercedes ML from that era.
Yeah, but what are the odds you think there's a V6 under that hood? That's the question.
The rear tires look pretty wide.
Right.
Which makes me think either they have absurd aftermarket wheels on it or it might be a genuine 430.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find specifically a 430.
Okay.
Oh, but look at this, a 2004 430. Is there a picture of the back? There is not.
If you Google rear, you will get a bunch of them.
Oh, I bet I will.
Google the rear, Ian. Okay.
So
yeah,
320. What if I get rid of the 2004?
Yeah.
What was it? W163.
There you go. That's the chassis identification. Yep. Ian's on the hunt to tell me if there's a V6 under that hood or not. We can never answer this one, but I want to know Ian's odds.
Okay. We're going to open up a couple of these guys.
First of all, we already have 6 tabs open, so I'm here for it.
Okay, here's a 400.
Okay. All right.
That is a diazo, so that's not really helpful.
Correct.
That's that 320 from earlier.
Right.
So what do we got? What about this guy? That's a 500.
Right.
That's a different bumper altogether.
So they have done a bunch of bumper facelifts. It seemed like almost every year they like tweak the bumpers a little bit. Yeah. I did do some research on this.
Mercedes, and then I go all.
Uh-huh.
Let's go here.
To the Wikipedias.
Wikipedia.
Okay. All right.
So the 430 was only available for 2 years, 99 and 2001. So that's why I'm not getting anything for 2004.
Okay.
So
all right.
Let's go 2001 ML 430 rear.
Okay.
Okay. Images.
Yep. Boy, not a lot.
Not a lot.
There's a beige one over in the low. Yeah. Right.
See this right here?
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, there is a cutout.
Right. For the exhaust. Okay.
So
what do we have on our subject car? On Exhibit A? No cutouts.
No cutouts.
So was there a 430 with cutouts?
There's a 500 with no cutouts, but that could just be a different year.
Yeah. What's that?
So the exhaust tips are different. Here's an ML55.
Yeah. This is before the 55.
Well, that's 2001.
Oh, okay.
So that is the same generation, the 55.
Oh, okay. Okay. But they
so
did a 430 and a 55. That was the supercharged AMG version.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's definitely the AMG bumper with that mesh insert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
No cutouts on that one?
That looks more like what we're talking about.
And what is that one, a 320?
That's a 320.
Okay.
Interesting.
What I'm wondering is if there is a 430 without exhaust cutouts. There is in that, what was that on the right, third row down, the rightmost picture on the actual results. Yeah, not the sidebar. Yeah, that one. Is that a 430? Yeah.
It was not.
Oh, that was a 320.
Earlier.
Okay.
It was a 320.
Oh, and it has
a cutout.
Yeah.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Right? I didn't notice the bumper cutout stuff.
Oh, God. Reset. So what if I go 99?
Okay. Huh. Yeah.
There must be some other clue.
Right?
I don't know. So where did you end up?
I ended up landing on, let me kind of take you through my rabbit hole. Pull up the reference picture again. So my question was the 430, like if you zoom in on just the 430, right? Like it looks a touch crooked, right? And it, like I was focusing on its positioning on the actual tailgate and trying to find if other generations had the badging in the exact same place, right? You can't trust this era Chrysler glue for these because it was basically just a wish that held it on, right? And then just like, so more than likely it has fallen off and then they just stuck it back on themselves. So either they went and got a 430 emblem or it already was a 430 emblem. But the thing is, like, why are you putting the two 4-wheel drive logos on it? The V8 logo, like this is clearly somebody that just has no sense of what looks good, right?
Well, and what is this above on the upper left? Because there's one on either side.
Yes. So that was also around on the front quarter panel emblem as well. And I don't know what that is. But it's like, if you have an ML 430, then why are you doing all of this? Right? Who is this for? Anybody that knows already knows it's a V8.
Yeah.
Right? So I think probably it is an ML 430, but they don't have any confidence in themselves or their car. Like they can't. Well,
they definitely have confidence in their exhaust shop, because this is
that's very crooked. Yeah, off kilter. But
something is amiss with the installation of that.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I figured the odds were that it was a 430, but that they just have low self-esteem and are compensating for something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
A raptor.
There's a raptor in the background of the picture. Yeah,
but I also know exactly where this is.
Yeah, you do. So maybe it'll be there again. But yeah, I don't know, Ian. I think odds are that it's a 430, but I couldn't quite tell. Right?
I think it is. I think we can rule it.
Probably
more.
Yeah, more likely that it is a 430, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting very sleepy, and I have to stay up very late tonight.
You do. You better go make yourself some coffee.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, thank you for letting me know that I wasn't quite crazy, Ian.
You are not.
Thank you.
Not for this, but
for that, right? Okay. All right. Yeah.
I very thoroughly enjoyed talking about cars with you today. I'm glad we were able to do that a little bit and talk about things that were actually bothering us and things that we're thinking about in the world, and talk about cars.
Absolutely. Right.
That's good.
Yeah, for sure. So reach out to your representatives, let them know your thoughts. Send us an email, let us know your thoughts. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. apexadjacent@gmail.com. If you think you've been Carstanza'd, call. I want like ambulance chaser lawyer billboards and TV advertisements for you, like Frank Azar kind of advertisements for you, Ian. If you think you've been the victim of a Carstanza, call Ian. Yeah.
If you can't figure out what a vanity license plate says, call me.
Right? Just a bunch of gold rings. Yeah. Right? Okay. Yeah. So how could somebody get a hold of us, Ian, besides the email?
They could call or text us 720-515-1391.
Boom. Nailed it.
They could send us a carrier pigeon.
Yep.
They could put a message in a bottle and then put it in the recycling, because otherwise litter.
Yeah, what are you doing? Right? Yeah. Is some hermit crab's going to use it as shell? Come on. Yeah. Right? Because litter. But yeah, and reach out to us on Twitter. We're over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the media, social.
Most importantly, please stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everyone around you. Take care of others.
Yes. We love you. Goodbye.